What's up, everybody? Bret Mix here, Mixer Madness. This is the Monday Night Wars. This is the WWF side, week 64, the first episode of 1997, the 192nd episode of Raw in its history. It took place from January 6th. It took place on the air January 6th, 1997 on the USA Network from the Knickerbocker Arena in Albany, New York. The ratings for this Raw were a 2.0, and Nitro got a 3.1. WCW won for the 28th week in a row. After this week's loss, the total scoreboard is now WWF 17 wins, Nitro 46 wins, and 2 draws. So 17 wins, 46 losses, and 2 ties for WWF through the 64 weeks of the Monday Night War, including this week. And this Raw that lost the week for 3.1 to 2.0 was brought to you by Vince McMahon, Jared the King Lawler, and good old JR. Show opened up with comments from Vader backstage saying that it's Vader time, promoting the Vader-Bret Hart match for later in the night, and also giving a glimpse of what Shotgun Saturday Night is able to do. They're able to do a lot more late at night, rating-wise. They had Terry Marlena go up and show her jugs on the apron. That was one of the things they flashed. And they also said Shawn's going to do commentary while Bret faces Vader on Monday Night Raw. And then McMahon had his theme, the theme for the show go. I like when the show opens up with this kind of opening where they still have the theme for the show and they preview what's come tonight. I like that little foreshadowing, like the preview for the 20 seconds of what the night's going to have, then the Raw intro. That's the best way to do it, I think. Before the thorn in your eye entrance, which was even better, where you don't even need a video package for that. That was so badass, that entrance. You don't even need a video. That thorn in your eye Attitude Era 1998, 1999 intro I'm talking about. Yeah, you don't even need a video package for McMahon going into that one. So we go into the year 1997. The first match from 1997 kicks us off. It's Owen Hart with Clarence Mason versus Mankind with Paul Bearer. Owen Hart's already in the ring. Mankind gets a televised entrance, and they're teasing us. They're teasing characters like Mankind and Goldust as baby faces. They're trying that on because this is a heel versus a heel match. And so I believe they're trying to portray Mankind as a face, even though he has Paul Bearer, and Owen Hart as Clarence Mason. And Paul Bearer is more beloved, I'd say, than Clarence Mason. But you never know. Mankind taken down by Owen, and then Owen looks for a sharpshooter early, but Mankind gets to the ropes. Foley throws Owen to the corner. Owen bumps hard, as he always does. Him and Bret both bump into the corner hard, and they do a great job at selling that. They really know how to make sternum first, back first. They know how to make the sound, the impact, everything. And then when Owen's down in the corner, Foley does that running knee of his from corner to corner, and it breaks Owen's face, and then he tries to rip at Owen's face while he goes, rah, rah. I'm not going to do that into the microphone, but while Mankind does his early Mankind noises, while he tries to rip apart Owen, and then he does a body scissors down on the canvas. Smart strategy. The King of Hearts then stomps on he chews the mandible claw to get out of the hold, and then stomps on his fingers, which is a smart strategy. Mankind answers back with headbutts, then a clothesline to the floor, over the top rope by both men, and they both go to the floor. Mankind's running clothesline that takes both. Foley, you know that move. Foley does the clothesline where they both go over the top. Owen then whacked Mankind with the gold. Owen with Mankind off the ropes and a spinning heel kick, even though Mankind was on his knees behind the official, obviously. Owen Hart stomps below on Mankind, and Owen kicks at Mankind, choking him out down on the canvas. Owen celebrates as the fans cheer, a lot of them anyway. Abdominal stretch by Owen. Mankind over the hip with a suplex and another abdominal stretch. There's then an enziguri by Owen to Mankind, which knocks him outside of the ring. Mankind then sends Owen right into the guardrail, and then he swung him down from the floor. So Mankind came to Owen, who was down on the floor, and Owen Hart used Mankind's weight charging and threw him into the guardrail that way. Mankind just takes a couple bumps on the outside by the guardrail. We're back from a commercial break, so we missed 2.5 minutes of the match that was otherwise going at a great pace. Mankind goes for a swinging neck breaker, but Owen reverses it into a DDT. Owen off the top with a missile dropkick in mind, but he gets caught by Mankind with a mandible claw in midair, Owen then hits an enziguri again. Owen charged into Mankind and moved, and Owen crashed and banged. Then Owen Hart gets hit with a pile driver in the corner by Mankind, who defeats Owen with the pile driver at a TV time of 7:21. They had a couple of minutes of commercials, of course, but a TV time of 7:21. So 2 stars and 3/4 for that match. HBK backstage with Jose Lethario and his son Pete Lethario. Jose tells McMahon he's doing much better and can't wait till Shawn becomes champion again at the Rumble. HBK says you can use everything but the kitchen sink, but at the Rumble he's going to beat Sid and he's going to become the new champion. McMahon asks if he's going to be out there for commentary when Bret Hart faces Vader, and he says of course. And you got to remember they were still booking it like Shawn was going to face Bret at this WrestleMania. Like they're going to have the second straight WrestleMania Bret-Shawn match. But of course he lost his smile and then everything changed. But we haven't got there yet. Diesel and Razor take on Doug Furnas and Phil LaFon. Razor and Diesel come out to Diesel's music. Honky Tonk Man comes on commentary, still scouting a wrestler who can sing, dance, rock and roll, and play the guitar. Furnas and LaFon, McMahon calls them will perhaps be the greatest team in history. They're good, but that's a bit out there. Diesel runs into a boot. LaFon runs into a boot by Diesel, then an armbar by LaFon as he torques the arm. Razor Ramon comes in with rights as he's tagged in. Then a side headlock takeover by Ramon to Furnas. Huge belly-to-belly by Furnas to Razor Ramon, and the crowd applauded. Diesel and Ramon double team while LaFon tried to get a tag to Furnas. And then when Furnas gets the hot tag, he comes in and levels Razor and Diesel. He then does a back body flip. Furnas and LaFon do a double team. The match was okay. Furnas and LaFon are very good in the ring, but when it comes to Diesel and Razor, yeah, they're better. The match, the bell eventually rang, and Furnas and LaFon were declared the winners at a TV time of about 5 minutes. Of course, commercials were in there too, though. I rated the match 2 stars. Sid cuts a promo in the ring on HBK, and then his music hits, and HBK comes down to Sid at ringside, but of course Sid had to watch him come out to Sexy Boy, and Sid gave him a stare. Vader took on Bret Hart in the main event. HBK on commentary makes fun of Bret's white boots, says it doesn't go with his attire. HBK is taking shot after shot at Bret on commentary. He's saying that Bret's no angel. He'd come clean if he would, but it would hit the fan, pretty much, he says. Shawn is talking probably about infidelity, I'm sure. Because what else would Bret not make Bret an angel backstage in real life, right? I mean, Bret's pretty much got integrity with how he deals with people. So what would be the big scoop he's got on him? Obviously, what he did down the road. And Bret's a man's man. He opened up about that in his book. He didn't hide away from it. Bret and Vader get set to go at it. And Vader dominated with lefts and rights in the corner. Stone Cold's watching on the monitor. Side Russian leg sweep. The usual Bret Vader match. Not Bret Vader match, but usual Bret match incorporated with Vader. But he didn't work on the legs. Usually with bigger men, he works on their legs. He just, this was more of a brawl. Vader goes up top for the Vader bomb on Bret. This was after Stone Cold came out in the entranceway and brawled with Bret and hit a stunner on concrete floor. Then he got thrown back into the ring, and Vader hit a Vader bomb on Bret and got the victory. Vader scored some big wins over HBK and Bret in the year 96 and 97. It's too bad he never won the championship. I gave that match 2.5 stars. That's the match portion for the show. After the match, Jose Lethario had Sycho Sid had Jose Lethario's son Pete Lethario in a powerbomb onto a table that didn't break, so it was a pretty hard powerbomb. And Shawn Michaels saw this from the commentary booth and ran and tried to get Sid, but Sid was already gone backstage by the time Shawn got there. That's what we got off the air. The episode scored a quality rating of 5.5 out of 10, because usually if you have an average to good match on Raw in these 1-hour Raws, you can get an average rating out of 10, but it had 2. It had Owen and Mankind plus Bret and Vader. The tag team match was okay just because it was Furnas and LaFon, but 2 out of 3 matches are good. So yeah, 5.5 out of 10. The Raws will get better as we go in 1997, but this is the first one. That's it. I'm Brett Mix, and I'm out.